it, but I haven't been able to test it.
Jordan has donated one and says,
Okay.
Sent Goat X1. Jordan has donated one and says, Sent Rose X1. Jordan has donated one and says, Sent TikTok X1.
Oh my God. I'm starting to think Jordan has donated one.
Jordan has donated one and says, Sent Heart Puff.
What just happened? Okay.
Chances Freed says,
Okay, so everything's pretty loud. Hold on.
I hate you. Jordan
It sounds like it is.
one and says,
I muted it for a second. Oh yeah, everything is a little too loud.
Sega 2K says, fuck bro, my team season really over. Jaking28 says, I've been wait all day for this.
What?
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent autumn 2024.
Bubble has to be unlocked, my guy.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent Rose X1.
I got you.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent GG X1.
Let me know how the music sounds.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent TikTok X1. Omnibozo says, imagine being a Bucks fan. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent ice cream cone X1. Jaking28 has donated.
All right, how does that sound? Is that better?
Sent Heart Puff X1. APJ.
Already, this is how we start.
Bobo with more chaos and vibe.
This is how we start.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent TikTok X1.
Let me know if it's still too loud.
Jaking28 has donated one.
Time to go on to my league to rebuild the Bucks. Man, you going through it.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent autumn 2024 times one. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent Rose X1. Saiga2K says, Omnibozo, chill on me, Brody. Tonight's not the night.
Hurry. Floater.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent GGX1.
There's no way it's that loud. I don't know if y'all are trolling or not.
Donated one and
especially
says,
you, Jordan. I can't take anything you say serious. Hold on.
Omnibozo says, MB gang. The Megalodon says, crowd is pretty loud. Sega2K says, it's not reading our messages on Twitch now. Jordan says,
wait. Is it good now? I don't even know.
Says, sent glutes X1. J Marsh D2 says,
so the crowd is still too loud. I'll just turn it down in game. That might help.
Says, game audio loud and Stephen A is
even though it's on 30. I can't go lower than 30.
28 has donated one and says, sent autumn 2024 times one.
Are we for real?
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent ice cream cone X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent heart puff X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent Rose X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent autumn 2024 times one.
Random order.
Has donated one and says, sent ice cream cone X1.
That might be it.
It sounds like we actually at the stadium blood.
The voice sounds slow. Yeah, he a little delayed.
Time to go on to my league and rebuild the Bucks. Sega 2K.
It's like he chooses when to read fast.
NGL bro, Stephen A is still too low.
Cookies?
The Megalodon says, still a little loud, but better than.
Throw me the.
Jaking28 has donated 4 and says, sent autumn 2024 times 4. Jordan says, I can't hear my own thoughts, bro. The Megalodon says, am not a troll low.
Again.
Jaking28 says, I don't the sound of his voice.
But you throw him the oop.
Sega 2K says, Stephen A is slow as fuck, he reading our old messages. Chances Freed says, nah, it's reading our messages. Jordan just pushing the back with his
here.
The Megalodon
Jay King
says,
sending the whole farm. Appreciate you, bro.
Now. Mariner 98 says TikTok is a lot louder than Twitch. It's got to be live studio. Jado Tade
Put me on the line.
Stephen A is not too loud. Jaking28 says this voice sounds slow.
Gosh.
Omnibozo says, dang.
There we go.
J Dotadeg says,
just called you
has
kidding.
delayed because of the donation. Jaking28 has donated one.
Illegal
says,
screen.
Sent its
Whoa.
corn X1.
Relax, Blakey.
Jaking28 has donated one. It says, sent GGX1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent ice cream cone X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent goat X1.
Right here. Nope.
Jaking28
Iggy?
has donated one and says, sent autumn 2024.
Where the hell
times
is
one.
that? Not in here.
Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent Rose X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent
JaVale
Heartbreak
McGee.
Jaking28
J. King,
has donated
appreciate it.
one
Thank you.
and says, sent TikTok X1. Jaking28 has donated one and says, sent Heart Me X1.
Turn off download
Mariner
messages. Y'all not trying to hear
98
that?
Chances Freed Sorry Kitten. Sega 2K says, bro, this motherfucker Brooke Lopez deadass was hitting the mascot
Right
with
here.
a smile on his face after we
Three
lost.
ball?
Get this motherfucker off my
Hey.
fucking team and out my fucking city. Jaking28 has donated one and says,
Happy to
sent
have you here,
Chili
man.
X1.
Let's go. Who is that?
Says, Mariner.
Christopher. No,
Jaking28
Matthew.
donated one and says, sent TikTok
Matthew
X1.
Barneys.
Jaking28 has donated two and says, sent Goat X2. Jaking28 has donated two. It says, sent Ice Cream Cone X2.
Okay. I see what kind of game this is. Let me sit all the
Jaking28
way
has
up.
donated two and says, sent Autumn 2024 times two. Chances Free says, Mariner 98. It's okay.
Oh,
Pop.
yeah. We watching the highlights.
Mariner 98 says, Coxie House.
I didn't catch the game until halftime, so
Sega 2K
I
says,
kind of want to see how it started. I know how it started, but I want to see how it starts. Banana Swirl.
J Marsh
Devontae.
D2 said, I done got turned out, gang.
You got to roll harder than that, D.
Coxie says, Mariner 98, how you doing, Sean Marion? Jaking 28 says, am happy to watch her live. Sega 2K
Should I?
says, oh no, Lo, please don't tell me you're gonna watch the highlights tonight. Sega 2K says, all man, all right.
Oh,
Cogsy
blocked
says,
by Jones.
Lo, you should post reactions to NBA highlights. Chop says, pause. Sega 2K says, I'ma get me a glizzy I am extra down.
You'll
bad
get
tonight."
over it.
Mariner 98 says, Cogsy, that's
I'm still trying to figure that
2011
out.
Sean Marion to you.
Dog, Chuck wanted a nasty contract
Manstream
extension
ain't
that
the
I
same
wasn't ready to
without
pay.
Chuck Don make me tear up. Chop says,
Matt Barnes open for another
"What is your
three.
chat, bro?" Max says, okay.
Hope you're talking about these Warriors.
Warriors in 5. Chop says, I think a streamer's chat is contingent with the stream themselves, IMO. APJC617 says, coping with a glizzy is obscene, brother. Saga 2K. Max says,
Okay.
real life. Chances Free says, Chuck wanted that super chat. Max says, Stephen A. Smith.
Another wide open three.
Jado Tadic says, okay, yeah, maybe Stephen A. I.S. Slow. Mariner 98 says, how do I check the gambling poll after I make my bet?
I don't even know if you can. Chop with the shrimp.
Blue says, at least we still sort of got Bobo. Max says, I own LeBron as my son.
Huh?
Chop says, take my shrimp, brother.
Knock it down. Cash. I don't like how you said that. 7-3 for 4. At least he's
Max
kind of
says,
canceling out.
am talking as Stephen A. Chances
Oh,
Reed
okay.
says, I hate all the other 5 of you that voted no, stealing my money and ruining my odds. Chop has
Y'all got him
donated
going
5
over?
and says, sent finger heart X1. Mariner 98
Another
says,
shrimp from
"Bro,
Chomp.
shrimp
The
is
shrimp
death
man.
pink as F." Blue says,
Oh,
"Wait, I just realized, is this Stephen A?" APJC6
it is.
and 17 says, "When the game is over, or if Crawford hits the over, it'll end the pole Mariner 98. Max says, "Bancade Cunningham from downtown." Cogsy says, "Mariner 98, click the VC icon by your message bar."
Oh my God.
Mariner 98 says, "APJC 617, thanks King." Thalum Chop says, "Mariner 98. Blue says,
Banana swirl.
"I guess I just can't tell it was so quiet."
Oh, almost got through.
APJC 617 says, "You're welcome, brother Mariner
Oh
98.
my God, he's so slow. Good hustle. In the corner. In the corner. I'll take the midi. I smoked the midi? Am I playing 2K14 for real?
Chances Freak
I
says,
am.
"Where is Speedy? He got a resume to review."
Speedy ain't
Mariner
here,
98
man.
says, "Cogsy, thank you, bro. I owe your shrimp some love."
Oh. Yo, what are these?
Jaking 28 has
Steals.
donated 5 and says sent Autumn 2024 times 5.
5 lightnings. Appreciate you, Jay.
Jaking 28 says, "Stop trying to out-gift me." Mariner 98 says, "Bro, I rewatched the Speedy and Miguel beef. It was mad fun."
It was stupid.
Blue has
Well, I don't even
donated
know what
one
was
and
going on
says,
over there. What was
"Send
y'all
Mark
arguing
the
about?
X1." Cogsy says, Mariner 98. Chances Freed says,
Absolutely
gumping
not.
it, M gumping it, M gumping it. Ooh. Blue has donated 19 and says sent Goat X19.
19 goats from Blue.
Mariner 98 says, "Bro asked about your ethnicity and it went downhill from there."
You never ask a man his ethnicity. You never ask a woman her weight. Lock up, Steven. I mean, Wardell. Wide open Barnes.
Chances Freed
11.
says, "What's your ethnicity?"
Hey, watch your mouth before I cut the stream. And 1. We're going to foul Jamal Crawford out so he don't get the chance to score them
APJC
points.
617 says, "I genuinely don't know how it started."
Man, that was Miguel's return stream too. He's been gone for a minute. Y'all done pissed him off that fast. That's why we can't have nice things. DeAndre Jordan.
Mariner 98
Banana
says,
swirl?
"Miguel never showing his face here again."
And it's y'all fault. Tough bucket.
Chances Freed says, "It started BC, I made a joke at Miguel. And then Speedy started going after Miguel because I guess he doesn't like it."
We have no answer for. Is that DeAndre Jordan? Who is that?
Mariner 98 says, "Bro, what was the joke? I missed it."
Who is this? Is that Andre Blatch? Why he look like he's 7 feet
Tunes
tall?
Associates
Oh, he's
said,
6'11".
"YOLO,
Okay.
not YOLO, when you gone, come lick on these braids again."
I don't remember the first time. Yo, what's up, bro?
Chances Freed says, "All I said was Miguel likes dudes and it started a forest fire in the chat."
Oh,
APJC 617 says, "What the hell, bro?"
what the helly?
Max
It's because
says,
people been going to his
Giannis
live
needs
saying
to
stuff like
win.
that recently, and he got banned because he was going off on him. So I think you hit a button that shouldn't have been hit. So let's not do that in the future.
Max says,
Turn it
"Can
up.
you
Y'all
turn
can't hear TTS?
volume up? It sounds really soft."
How's that? Tell me if that's too loud. Who is it? Who is that? That's a
Max
shooter.
says, "I can hear it just quiet." Chances Freed says, "Nah, I told Miguel I was messing with him. Speedy just went ham on him for no reason."
Oh well, it's over. That's all that
Mariner
matters.
98 says, wait, he got muted. BC people said he likes men in chat. Tunis Associate says, reminder that CP3 made DeAndre Jordan a first-team All-NBA center.
Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe DeAndre Jordan made Chris Paul an All-NBA point guard. Down 3, and he is on the line. Do what you do best, Jordan. Appreciate you. Am I playing this on?
Pogsy says,
PlayStation,
Whoa.
PS5. And I'm back on Chris.
APJ 617 says, nah, I'm muted because Speedy and Miguel were getting too crazy.
Devontae, I got you.
Mariner 98 says, I am balling on court like play for the Clippers.
What play is this? What am I doing under the basket? Oh, Steph.
J Doteg
Contested?
says, it is absolutely not the other way round.
It might be the other way around. You gotta open your mind, bro. You forget how cold DeAndre Jordan was. Devontae, he might be even colder. Yeah, with my two-hand flush.
Jado Tadeg says, shout out to the superior Jordan, though. Chances Freed says, Reggie Bullock turned Chris Paul into
Jordan
an
Crawford better.
All-NBA player.
He just threw the ball through my body.
APJC 617 says,
One hand
Devontae
blow.
with the
Okay.
steal and assist.
Quick.
Mariner 98 says CP3 would have been out of the
Thank
league
you.
in
I've been saying it for
2015 if
years.
it wasn't for DeAndre.
Why you think you can guard me, bro? You're too little. Google me. Google me, Chris. 22 points.
Chances Freed says, valid take
No way.
Mariner 98.
Right here.
Max says,
Krista,
I
that's not
haven't
Chris.
seen the Minecraft
Wardell.
movie yet, have you? J Marsh D says,
No, I'm not
Mr.
watching it.
LLC.
Up 11. How much does Jamal Crawford have?
Mariner 98 says, chicken jockey. APJC 617 says, CP3 got a big ass noggin
That's
in
crazy.
this game.
Throw it down.
Sega 2K says, in back and I got me two glizzies.
You got two of them? One in each hand?
Chances Free says, chicken jerkin. Mariner 98
Bro,
says,
it's a floater merchant.
APJC 617 agreed, but dropped the word noggin. Sega 2K says, hell yeah. J Marsh D2 says, Iggy going crazy.
That was tough. 24-4. I gotta get my assist up. I gotta get a rebound.
Sega 2K
55
says,
to 42.
Glizzies
We
take
looking
the pain
good.
away. Chances
Pain?
Reed says, I'm going to get two glizzies as well. APJC
So everybody just gonna have two
617
glizzies
says,
in their hand?
Two glizzies, no bev is obscene. Sega 2K. Max says, Low, you should compete against Joey Chestnut.
No bev, no condiments. You just dry
Sega
throating a
2K
glizzy.
says, APJ 617, I got me a Mountain
That's an easy
Dew.
steal.
J Marsh D2 says, I
Chris
love
Paul
glizzies.
is so far
J
away.
Dotadek says, WTF be wrong with you people.
Who's got
Max
ball?
says, Low could win the hot dog eating contest.
I couldn't.
Mariner 98 says, y'all don't lube the glizzy? Don't that make your lips bleed?
What?
APG 617 says, you got toppings? Sega 2K.
Easy lay. Almost thought I smoked it. Next blew another
Sega
lead.
2K
They did.
says, APJC 617, yeah, catch up. Max says, pause. Chances Freed says, Shawty got no chest, but I
thank
am
God.
double fisting glizzies like prime Joey Chestnut.
How many of y'all bet the over on Jamal? Let me see.
J Marsh D says, fully loaded glizzy.
Fully loaded is crazy.
Cogsy says, El Man
Most people bet no.
Max says, over under 50 glizzies for low.
Under? You know what 50 is? Blocked by. Nice. Good effort, Bogut. Yes, that was on you. Did you just point at yourself?
Mariner 98 says, how many does Jamal have?
Check at halftime. Definitely not that much yet. Handoff. Pump fake. Thank you.
617 says,
Charge.
Sega 2K, you got red dot sight glizzies with the green bev. Max says, Joey Chestnut ate 80 glizzies in 10 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
Chances Freed says, I hate when I bite the glizzy and it shoots glizzy grease me. Cogsy says, Bogota look like a caveman.
Bro is a caveman.
Sega 2K says, APJC 617.
I'm right there. Yeah, Jamal selling, bro.
Mariner 98 says, chances free bro don't use your teeth, you animals. J Marsh D2 says, I love the grease. Max says, we got all of chat talking about Glizzy's W for whoever started that.
Ooh, and one. I thought he was gonna undercut me and I die. What is that celebration? This was not the Clippers team that took me to overtime.
Chances Freed says, Mariner 98 teeth make the Glizzy gobbling experience better.
Block by O'Neal.
Max says, W or L Glizzies.
What are y'all talking about?
APJC 617 says,
there we go.
Celtics clapping the Magic by 30. M gonna start chain smoking cigars tonight. Chances Freed says,
did you expect anything less?
Cheese in them. Mariner 98
Oh.
says, I just saw a dude with a Justin Smoke Mariner jersey. Had to give his glizzy some love since he knows ball. Max says, let's go Joker.
What is this glizzy obsession? What have y'all done? He blocked that?
APJ6.
That was a bad move, though.
Says, I just
Wardell
never
don't help.
liked the Magic, so this felt good.
There we go.
Max says, I prefer my glizzies with honey and pizza sauce on them. Chances Freed says, don't get me started on MLB. Y'all don't know about Carl Pavano.
10-point lead. 3 minutes left. Let's do some damage. Hold on. Steph. Bro, shoot the ball. Iggy for 3. Bang. That's what I like to see.
Max says, you have
Was that a
no
2? No,
idea
that was a
how
3.
good Tim Duncan was.
You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was.
Mariner 98 says, Chances Freed Expos legend.
Christian, you can't be saying things like that. And it's not Chad, it's
Cogsy
just
says,
Jordan.
Come on, man. Mariner 98 says,
That was
know what you know
ridiculous.
about David Ardsma. Jado Tadek
Nothing.
says, isn't there a button that orders your teammates to fit Jade? Max says, see him on man,
no.
that's too easy.
What else are you streaming on? We live on Twitch and YouTube right now, on top of TikTok. Oh, he jumped me.
Chances Free says, I miss twins Denard Span.
Blocked by Jones. Let's go. 2 minutes left. Then we'll check how much Jamal has.
Cogsy says, come on, man. That's too easy. Jim Ski 2 Times says, how much Crawford got?
We'll see soon.
Max says, what you know about Anthony Tolliver?
Anthony Tolliver. Everyone knows Anthony Tolliver. Somebody. O'Neal. Big lay. Where's Devontae when you need him? Is coach saving him for the fourth? Herman, how you doing, bro? Encore coach coming tonight, hopefully. No, 100%. I only need 2,000 more VC to get it.
Chances Freed says, what you know about Epka Udo?
Everybody knows.
Sega 2K
Udo.
says, the Orlando Magic have just been eliminated from the 2025 NBA
Already?
playoffs. Sega 2K says, Celtics move on. Max says, Low gonna be crashing out in 20 years, saying you have no idea how good Jimmy Butler was.
Ooh, through the lane.
APJ 6617
I would not be defending
says,
Jimmy Butler in 20
Bucks
years.
legend Chances Fried.
Double team. Look at this help defense. Elite help defense.
APJC 617 says,
Jump ball.
Sega 2K Magic pack this gas or what? Max says, yikes. Sega 2K says, all right, Lo, time for the
All right, let's
rebuild
see.
ill, let you know what I do.
Tips.
Sega 2K says, APJC
Wardell.
617.
Big shooter.
Hell yeah. Chances Free says, taking a dab to celebrate
Downfall.
the Heat downfall.
We'll be back.
The Megalodon says, how the hell did CP3 win that jump?
Okay. That's not what I
Omnibozo
want.
says, is Jimmy's Butler the best player in Heat history?
Oh, what? Christopher. Oh, Wardell.
Mariner 98 says, Chances Free take a dab for every point the Heat lost by yesterday.
What we lose by like 8? It was a close game. Throw it down. They are playing me. They are playing me, but we are up 71 to 66.
Coxie says, Hassan Whiteside, the best Heat player of all time.
Jamal Crawford with 8 points. This is a good numbers. 8 points in 20 minutes. He's not hitting that.
Chances Free
That
says,
over.
damn, I ain't got enough for 60 dabs. APJC
71,
617 says, yeah, 8 plus 3, then multiply the sum by 5.
Communication doesn't show up on the stat
Mariner
sheet,
98
but,
says,
for us to be a good team.
Well,
Coxie bro
points.
forgot about Shane Battier.
From Iggy. That's what I like to
Jimski
see.
2 Times says, Hess going off for 22 games. Chances Free says, Justice Winslow Heat legend.
You just say he's going off for 22. Are we watching the same game? If I'm guarding him, he's not doing any of that. Chris Paul, 14 on 18 shots. Pray for that man.
APJ 617 says, solid 12 PTs from Iggy. Jimski 2 Times says, yep,
All right, I
just
do want
watch,
to hear how
bro.
this thing sounds on TikTok. Hopefully it ain't tripping with the audio. Because what's weird about TikTok is they hear what I hear almost directly. So if it's as crooked as I think it is, y'all might not be loving the
Chances
audio
Free
real
says,
quick.
you should let Crawford score since people ruin my under odds. Max says, Paolo Banchero gonna get traded for Jackson Hayes. Coxie says, Mariner 98 James Jones.
All right, it's all right. It's all right. Why
Max
this look the
says,
same as
Dev Low
25?
not even close.
Great question.
Mariner 98 says, Coxie Ish Smith.
Wardell. Iggy in the corner doesn't shoot it. Pump fake, please jump.
Chances
Thank you.
Freed says, Andrew Bynum, or Jaleel Okafor.
Shooting foul on Jamal. We're gonna foul Jamal out. He ain't getting that. He is not getting that. You have the PS3 version and it looks a little different. Yeah, the PS4 version is completely new graphics. It's next gen. Bang out. 6-point game.
Mariner 98 says, please let him get the over. I went all in on my stream coins.
You went all in? That's what you get. I'm locking up. If he gets it, he's not going to get it on me. Make it to the finals last 2K? Nah. Oh, wait, we did. Yeah, we did make it to the finals. We didn't win it, though. We lost to the Suns. Is this the regular season? Yes, regular season. 17 games until the playoffs.
Chances Freed says, please let him score. I went all in on the under.
Boo-hoo. Act like I'm not There's no way. 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 Are you serious? How? He's running with me. Bro, these charges are crazy.
Says, John Jones is a hacker.
I'm a hack? Look. He's moving the entire time.
Mariner 98
Bro, these
says,
refs are crazy.
Bro, chill, you lucky that's not a flagrant.
Okay. These refs got an agenda against me. I don't know what's been going on with these charges.
Cogsy says, challenge the call. Chances Free says,
I tried.
Should have been ejected.
Ref said he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
APJC 617 says, Regs got the parlay too. Omni Bozo says,
Devonta. Jamal deep three?
Like the GOAT Dillian Brooks.
There we go.
Mariner 98 says, we need to start a dialogue.
We do. We might have to. I'm cold. Why am I cold? I got half the team's points. And I'm guarding JaVale. Oh, I'm not anymore.
Famigaladong says, Shittown Low, I saw a Reddit post saying that you can no longer play MyCareer on 2K15 to 2K23.
That's not true at all. Like, there's literally people in here who are playing that right now. So I'm cool. Now there's a couple on the, you know, upper part of that list I don't think I could play. But we'll see.
Dong says, yeah, I was hoping that wasn't true.
Yeah, we good. 1-point game. Banana Swirl. I wanted Devontae, but you'll do. Wardell. Oh, that was going to... You were not shooting that.
Max says, let's go Clippers.
Okay.
Mariner 98 says, I accidentally shut off the service to 2K15. I was trying to mute a word as mod, but accidentally shut down that server for good.
Could you bring it back up, Jordan? You're still on your probation period. You need to, like, get things right. Charge on staff?
Yeah. Crack says, let's go Clippers.
Check these refs, bro. This ain't right.
Mariner 98 says, he'll bring it back up if you bring in Bobo.
Y'all know how to get Bobo. 3 subs, we get Bobo. No, easy.
Saiga 2K says, all right, we have made it into the My League. It's time. The Megalodon says,
we're losing.
Noobs up 67 to 59 over Clips at halftime. Mariner 98 says,
2K,
sounds
please.
like you gotta skip 2K15.
Bang, we're back.
Chances Freed says, I would never shut the server down. As mod, ID only abuse my power once a day.
That's good to know. I don't know why you're telling me. Bogut with 4 fouls. Oh my God.
Maybe more.
We were just up like 11. What happened?
APJC 6717 says, "He'll ask my dad to turn on the servers. He works
All
for
right,
PlayStation."
thanks, Alec, man. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Rebound. Space right here. Iggy. I got you. Please jump. He didn't jump. Double team coming? Deadeye. And I can't die for the ball. Just down 1, 8 minutes left in the third. We cool.
APJC 617 says, "Yeah, man, I already saw the PS7 and looked so cool."
Oh, I saw it on YouTube in like 2010. You just now saw it?
Mariner 98 says, "APJC
Big
617,
boards.
my gay uncle was roommates with Ronnie in college. He'll have him fix the server."
Yeah, I don't think we trying to win right now. Can I get Tony Douglas in for Steph? Thoughts on Holly game winning layup? It was a bucket.
APJ 617 says, "Mariner 98
I thought Holly was
checks
gonna
out.
sell. He missed his last 4 threes in overtime. Catch and shoot. Bang, here we go. But yeah, he started getting to the basket and he started cooking.
Says, "Fuck whoever said that shit." Saga 2K says, "You piece of shit."
And act like you on the team. You'll be all right, bro. Iggy, what is going on with these passes?
Mariner 98
Both
says,
ways.
"Wait, what happened?" Sega 2K says, "I damn near am."
Okay, buddy.
Omnibozo says, "If Dame was there, Bucks win NGL."
No, they don't.
Kansas Freed says, "It's deer season and I got my butt."
Don't be too loud.
Sega 2K says, "On God."
10 points for Crawford. That was too easy. We are beating them by 2 at points in the paint. I just got a bucket. Why am I cold again? Banana swear, Devont. Banana. Whoa, did I lose English? Banana swerve, man. Banana swirl, Devontae. Not you, Dre. Who is this on me? That's not a spin, but it's a bucket. I'll take it. 2K14 is epic on every system. I
Sega
agree.
2K says,
The next
"I
gen
do
jump
want to
is
say though,
noticeable.
shout out to Gary Trent. That man gave it his all. Has the reason we even had
And
a
then he
shot."
sold. But yeah, you're right though. I didn't even realize he was averaging so little just because I didn't watch any Bucks games this season. I didn't realize his impact in the playoffs alone. Devontae, get it together.
Mariner 98 says,
Ooh.
"Fear the queer deer, go Bucks."
I don't think that's the saying. Iggy, what you got? Nothing. Pump fake? You tried it. 1 point
APJ
game.
617
Pacers
says,
or Cavs?
"That's what they say now."
Cavs, sadly.
Chances Freed says, "The saying is smear the queer."
All right, let's chill out, please. Block by, no? He better not make that. Bad block attempts. Oh, I thought he threw it off. He threw it off Douglas. He is too big to be running that fast.
"It's cause our rotations were terrible. He had a slow start to the season, and then we benched him for Prince, and then he started doing all good again, and eventually started in the offs, and believe it or not, was our second best player and averaged, I think, like 28 a game for us in the offs."
Thanks for the
Mariner
analysis,
98 says,
Steven, eh?
"I nearly choked on my lasagna and porridge." Chances Freed. The Megalodon says, "Oh my God, Shaq just got his feet out on the halftime show."
Are you for real? My feet fetish niggas at, man.
I'm the Bozo says.
Drop a 1 in the
Gary
chat
Trent
if you like
or
feet.
Giannis to the Warriors for a 2 more rings. Mariner 98 says
what?
1. Chances Freed says
Why are you dropping 2s in there?
111.
That wasn't an option.
APJ6617 says. Thamigaladong says he tried to race Kenny and ran out of his shoes, wasn't wearing socks.
Bro's wearing dress shoes with no socks? Oh,
Sega 2K
nah.
says, I'm scared though, bro. I don't know if Het's gonna come back. Because remember, we signed him on the minimum, and we don't have his bird rights. I really hope GTJ comes back.
I mean, that's the least they could do,
says,
actually.
The Megalodon, that should be a federal crime.
Step back. That's all.
APJ6617 says. The 2 seconds for the people who
Can I guard
their
Jamal?
second favorite king. The Megalodon says.
Block by
Shaq
Jones. I think that's
Go.
2 already. Y'all just be talking. What does that even mean? Is that your wallpaper on your phone?
Sega 2K says, do I trade?
Oh, cookies.
Giannis
Thank
Low?
you. Of course. Trade him to Miami. Clayton, you got ups? Ooh, turnaround layup. That's what I like to see. 1 point lead. 48-6 for me. I'm gonna try to get them 4 assists. Hopefully Clayton doesn't play too much help defense. Bro loves leaving the corners open. Him and Iggy. I don't know what it is.
Giannis for Bam and Harrow.
Giannis for Bam and what do you mean and? We got Terry Rozier for that. Oh my God, Bogans?
Thamigaladong says, crazy you only have 1 board. Mariner 98 says,
Jamal.
Low, I'm going to the gym for the first time since Pearl Harbor tomorrow. What should I work on?
Everything. Foul? Work on legs. Make sure you just max everything out. Thank God he's missing. Thank God he is missing. 20-something, 28 minutes from Jamal. 10 points. 10 points in 30 minutes. 4 for 15. I hope y'all did not bet the over. I hope y'all did not bet the over.
Mariner 98 says, gonna go glute maxing tomorrow. Gonna post the results on the Discord.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Chances Street says, remember when the Hornets thought Terry Rozier was a first option? Good times. APJC617.
he wasn't terrible back then.
Work on your ankles and forearms.
Kyrie Irving versus Steph Curry.
Foxy says, who was that dude who tore both his ACLs?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we're playing every 2K. 11 to 25. So if you want to see a lot more of this, make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button. And if you want your messages read by Stephen A, if you subscribe or become a channel member, it does it automatically. So let's go. 4th quarter, let's get some work done.
Francis Freed says, ID trust
Easy,
Alfred
what's going
Payton
on,
as a
man?
first option before Rozier.
Brown just won MVP, averaging 30-point triple-double in his last season.
3 says,
That's crazy.
You see why Giannis went after Halliburton?
Nah. Chris Paul has been scoring it at will. Make sure I stop. Okay.
Mariner 98 says, Knicks legend Alfred Payton.
Where should I hang my Elton Payton jersey? Cookies, thank you. And I kicked the ball on the way down. Harrison? He stopped running, but it don't matter. I'm on the line. Is that Stephen A? Yeah. We got a new voice now, man.
3 says, even Holly said his dad was in the wrong. Chances
What does dad do?
Hornets legend Grevis Vasquez. Sega 2K says,
Oh my God.
Kyle Kuzma GTO, sorry ass off my motherfucking team. The Megalodon says, close game.
Kuzma was trying his best. That's all you can ask for.
APJC
His dad
617
pressed
says.
Giannis.
His dad pressed Giannis.
Why?
Famigala says Halliburton's dad got in Giannis' face after game.
He got in his face, like literally?
Sega
Or he
2K
got in his
says
chest?
his dad walked on the court and started talking
Why?
shit to Giannis. Easy. 3 says he celebrated in front of Giannis as soon as the game finished. Up Fat Crack says you can appreciate Kuzma's best on your team. Chances Freed says his dad was up in Giannis' face like he wouldn't have got folded like a lawn chair. Sega 2K says yes, he was in his face. Easy. 3 says he lucky he ain't catch a fade. Sega 2K says like they were headbutting.
What is this
Mariner 98
defense?
says if the Pope was still alive, Jamal would have the over by
Switch.
now.
There we go.
The
Holding.
Megalodon
Defense.
says he came in his face.
Turnover. Why would he come? Why would he come in?
Easy. 3
Giannis'
says
face like that?
John Haler's dad need to be checked. They acting like they played the game.
That's what I'm saying. You can't come in a dude's face unless you played the game before. Spin move.
The Megalodon
Where did he
says,
come from?
time to clutch it out. Mariner 98 says, Bobo, oh Bobo,
Blocked by
wherefore art
Jones.
thou, Bobo?
JaVale, please do some type of post creation. That's not what I meant, Spoget. Why are we switching?
APJC 617 says, these sentences are phrased uncomfortably. Easy.
We talking
3 says,
basketball.
he lucky it wasn't Dylan Brooks or someone like that.
What would Dylan do? Dylan would never touch a civilian.
Sega 2K says he walked on the court. Even all the
Devontae,
Pacers
please
coaches
save
and
me,
even some
Devontae.
players were apologizing to Giannis on the court. That shit is not okay. Fans shouldn't be juice allowed to walk on the court like that. Mariner
That's not a
98
fan.
says Shaqtin' a Fool legend JaVale McGee. The Megalodon says APJC 617 uncomfortable for who? Sega 2K says.
Oh, okay.
Hez sitting in the stands
Utah,
as a fan.
Cleveland, Denver.
Sega 2K says
Not
that's
a
the
fan.
rules.
He's family, man. Oh, where you at?
Mariner
In
98
the
says
basket. I
CP3
thought
is
I was gonna
actually
dunk
on
some.
drugs right now. APJC
98, 99. Let's
617
get some
says,
stops.
Megalodon goes with a regular psyche.
Too easy. Can I get Devontae back in the game?
Megalodon says APJC 617 who is deciding what regular is, LOL.
Jelly. Let's go. Yeah, y'all some freaks over there. 1 point game. Can we please get a stop? I do need more rebounds. This is like my lowest rebound game in a minute.
Mariner 98 says, when you making the mod tier list,
I
Sega
haven't
2K
even thought about
says,
that.
shout out
Weight
AJ
room.
Green though.
Maybe after the playoffs.
Sega
Bro, the
2K
last couple
says,
threes they hit
that man is a sniper.
was blowing me. What was it? What's his name? Trent hit a 3. I think they got a bucket on the other end.
Megalodon says, surprised
Green
that
hit a
wasn't
3,
the
and then it was just, it was like a tie game at that
Mariner
point.
98 says, blowing you?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Barney. I messed up. Wardell, shoot. He shot it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. These fouls are crazy. Oh my God. 3-point game with 7 minutes left. We're on such a great win streak. We're not about to lose like this.
Sega 2K says, the Thunder beat the Celtics in the finals in the current season. Time to rebuild the Bucks now.
Blocked by
Mariner
Jones.
98
Stop
says,
playing.
they clip farming with these flops, LMAO.
You have no idea. There was a draft to fight the gorilla. Who's going number 1? It can go two ways.
Jimsky 2 times says Crawford over 18 yet.
It can be the person you want to
Sega 2K
die,
says John
or
Jones.
the person who could weaken it the most. Oh my God! What is going on with these passes? I'm jumping.
Is Siege in
You're
here.
welcome.
APJC 617 says The Rock going first overall.
I can't hit a shot.
98 says LeBron going first overall. I am not even kidding. Easy. 3 says I can't lie, Steven. A voice read too slow.
It's still too slow. Well, I'll try to fix it after this game. I don't think I can go any faster than that. Wardell for 3, please.
The
You are so
Megalodon
sorry.
said, WTF was that steal attempt? Sega 2K says the fucking Magic somehow just won the Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
How? Lottery ain't happened yet.
Easy 3 says Giannis to Warriors in the offseason.
Giannis to Warriors would be crazy. You could
Sega
make that
2K
pass, but
said,
I can't. Okay.
Doc Rivers goodbye and good riddance, dickhead.
Y'all already got like 2 coaches
Mariner 98
on payroll.
says Giannis is a Knick, unfortunately.
Giannis is not going to the Knicks. That would be nice though, but there's no way. Brunson's pay cut was not that big. Curry. Wardell, please don't slash. Barnes for 3. Cash, finally. Some help around here. 4-point game. I am moving so weird. Drop, Bogut. Oh, appreciate. Thank you. We need it.
Megalodon
Pull up
says
3.
Only a couple teams make sense to trade for Giannis. Rockets, Heat, and Nets. Mariner 98 says
He's not going to the
Harrison
Nets.
Barnes legacy game.
Could we like do something about Christopher? And they're beating us in points in the paint. We have 5 minutes left. I can't get to the basket like I want to. Cause God, am I point guard? I think I am.
Easy. 3 says Magic just got sent to Cancun. Mariner 98 says
Time
Jamal
out.
for the love
Time
of
out,
Christ,
time out.
get the over. Sega 2K says I offered Mike Malone and Taylor Jenkins contract and they both accepted. Who do we bring in low? APJC
I don't know.
617 says the dream team of Doc Rivers
Barnes.
and Darvin Ham is over.
Barnes.
Who will bring the Bucks to the promised land in
Barnes.
season tournament championship
I don't
again?
care right now. I got bigger things to worry about.
Fat Crack says, don't worry. Wait till the playoffs and Chris will play trash and you won't need to worry about. Easy 3 says Celtics 120, Magic 89.
No, no, no.
Easy 3
My
says
God.
yeah, Rondo gonna win
10-point
against
game. I have to play help defense because no one else can. Iggy, shoot the 3. Wardell, please. You're 0 for 3 from 3.
Mariner 98
You're 0 from
says,
3 from 3.
The LA midget is cooking you, bro.
I'm jumping the lane. I'm jumping the lane. Get that for me. Run with me, Harrison. Harrison, please. Never mind. I got it. Come on.
Og Fat Crack says, someone sound bite that. No. There was good pain in the voice. The Megalodon.
There's a 3-pointer open.
Says,
Bogut, you sorry,
Mariner 98 midgeted crazy, yo.
3.
Chances
minutes.
Free says, which one of y'all docks my shit? I don't want to track down your IP tomorrow at work.
Thank you. Bogut, throw it down. Bogut, throw it down. Good boy. Excellent.
Mariner 98 says,
It doesn't matter.
the Megalodon, Steven, are reading your name made me piss my pants. Og Fat
Go
Crack
block,
says,
Iggy.
it was
Wardell,
low.
please. Wardell, shoot the shots. Iggy, pull. Iggy for 3. Oh my God! I can't do anything. I can't trust anybody. Blake has missed 1 shot. Iggy, please. Wardell. I can't help too hard. Good block, Iggy. What am I playing against right now?
Murray and Westbrook carrying Nuggets right now.
I didn't even press X. Wait. Why y'all nervous?
Chase
Oh,
down.
hell
He was
no.
crazy.
There's no way. He on Chris Paul. Dog, I want to, but you got to make me point guard. ISO, everybody move. God.
Mariner 98 says, "Low, what's it like living at 4,611 seconds? Trumbull Ave, Chicago, Illinois, 60,632.
A random Chicago address.
Chances Freed says, "What's your favorite yogurt flavor?"
Don't have one. Oh, can we please get a stop? Please get a stop. Please get a stop. Please, please. I don't want to guard Blake Griffin right now. Harrison, can we switch? Harrison, thank you.
Mariner 98 says, "That's a lie. Everyone has a favorite yogurt
Blocked by
flavor."
Jones. Let's go. Oh, I didn't get the block.
APJC 617 says, "Mariner 98, that's my address, dog." Fat Crack says, "From what I heard, this man likes nothing and lives on plain chicken and rice."
Wow.
Chances Freed says, "Low is too quiet after that addy was dropped. Let me save that so I can track you down for costing me Twitch gambling money." The Migaladong says, "Call the tech
This
rep."
is rigged, bro.
Mariner 98 says, "Low, can you stop charging? It's hurting your chances of winning."
I'm not even charging.
Sega 2K says, "I just signed and traded Brook
Bro,
Lopez to the
what?
Lakers for Rui Hachimura." Jimsky 2 times says, "Jamal Murray hit 5
Siege,
threes
I don't give a
tonight."
shit about that trade right now. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm fighting for my life right now. You telling me about Rui
Fat
Hachimura?
Crack
I
says,
don't care.
"This is rigged, man who Europe steps every game over 4 defenders." Omnibozo says, "You got fleece Rui his ass."
Oh man,
Sega
bro.
2K says, "Maybe if you got your head out your fucking ass and got good at the game,
I
you'd be
averaged
winning."
52. You can't even count to 52.
Chances Freed says, "Low. You need
You
to
walked
score more. You
away?
need more points to win."
Bro, y'all don't like
Fat
winning.
Crack says, "Maybe if he stopped the other team from scoring too."
Oh,
Sega 2K says, "Fuck you, Low." Mariner 98
I'm
says,
fighting for my life by
OMFK,
myself.
Rachel
Be
DeVita,
Curry,
Kamala Harris,
so he can
and
miss
Lizzo.
another 5 shots. You got Curry, bro. What are you doing?
Jimsky 2
You're new here.
times says, "P
You're new-
Diddy a clone
You're
clean
new
the
here.
bong Shannon Sharp wrong Lakers in 5. Masego Max Cross says, "Is that Stephen A. Smith?" APJ 617 says, "2K heard you saying this month was going to be easy." Og Fat Crack says, "Saiga 2K,
That's my first
Chances
assist all
Freed
quarter, bro.
says, Rachel DeMita had me in a chokehold as a youngin'."
Steph. I'm not jumping. I can't jump. But he can. Oh my God. We can't get a stop. Banana swirl. Where's Devontae at, bro?
Og Fat Crack says, "I hope he faces the Clippers in the playoffs."
Excellent. Iggy for 3. Finally. Oh my God, it's too late. I can't reach. I can't jump on anything risky.
Crack. Any news?
Everything is a charge. This is a terrible lineup. Wide open.
Jaking28 says
Jamal Crawford.
you choke big time.
I choked? Defense, create chaos. Bubba drawing up plays. Steph, do something. Iggy for 3. Out of bounds.
Yes. Mariner 98 says Jamal from Depot. Og Fat Crack says we have found one of our members lacking perseverance and too quick to anger. He needs patience and calm.
What are you talking about? This was rigged, bro. I've never in my life seen so many fake calls. And Jamal Crawford did not go over 17.5, so at least y'all lose.
More points than the other team right low. Idiot.
I think I know how this game works. That's crazy. That's actually, yeah. Y'all was talking about pass it to Steph, right? Pass it to Steph. Pass it to Steph. Pass it to Steph. He's open. He's open. Pass it to Steph. You have Steph on your team. You have Steph on your team. You have Steph. What are you doing? Shut up. What are you doing? Watch the game. 0 for
Mariner
4,
98
bro.
says,
God.
I lost 2,000 coins, but watching you lose is worth it.
And where was Lee?
Sega 2K says, yeah, cause or a ball hog gives Steph the rock. You're not
he
like
can't
that.
do anything. I didn't play all 40 minutes with this man.
Fat Crack says, I think next game we need to
Why
remind
didn't Devontae get minutes?
Pass it to Steph. Chances Freed says, keep disrespecting Curry or ill touch you pre-style. Mariner 98
crazy,
says,
bro.
Kevin Basemore
Devontae
snubbed.
doesn't play 8 minutes or 18 minutes a game. He's up there at the 25, 30s. We didn't play the entire fourth, I don't think. We got Harrison Barnes guarding Blake Griffin.
Chances Freed, not Ma Priest, we are halal.
That's crazy, bro.
J Marsh D2 says, give me some sugar.
I know when I'm being set up. Yo, can we see how much VC I got from this?
Mariner 98 says, inshallah, you will lose out the rest of the season. Masego Maxcross says, wow, it's really Stephen A. Smith.
One more game and I get my badge. One more game.
Chances Freed says, at least our Pope Fat Cracks priests are halal instead of kosher.
Bro, what the hell are y'all talking about?
Adong says, do you still want to look for new animations?
65. I don't care about animations right now. 3 mil. Did my fans go down? No, I don't think it did. Yeah, nothing's been moving for I don't know how long. But we do have another.
Mariner 98 says, bro is a bum without the green FNS on. Og Fat
I haven't
Crack
had
says,
him on
this is karma
all
for all the
season.
games he rigged against chat. Sega 2K says, you suck.
Man, you suck. All right, so actually the majority voted for no.
Ladong says, Sega 2K chill out, bruh.
So
Mariner 98 says, Sega 2K based.
But we have another game. We need 1,000.
Says, what was Jamal Crawford's stats?
Or VC. He had 17 points. I don't know how many rebounds or assists. Let's check it. He didn't get over it though. So if you voted against him, you lost.
Sega 2K says, the Megalodon shut up. Cold Sue says, did you ever play long shot on Madden?
17, 8, and 7. I did not.
Is there anyone who actually roots for Mariner 98?
I got a lot of haters out here, man.
Fat Crack, not me.
3 for 13.
Fat Crack
Jamal
says,
shot 13 threes.
J Marsh D2 says, my name is Stephen S. Smith.
Okay. Anyway, we play the Cavs up next. What should our gambling thing be for this game?
Og Fat Crack says, since everyone is against Low, I might need to root for
That'd
him
be
to
very
bring
much
balance.
appreciated.
The Megalodon says 36 and
D
19
Waiters
AC
over
for
under
CP3
16
is wild.
Can you play this on PC? Not the next gen version, no.
J Marsh D2 says, drop a rap song.
Yeah, think about that. AI had it out for you? Man, you have no idea. $16.5 for waiters, or y'all want to do someone I'm not guarding and just see how they do?
The Megalodon says, Anthony Bennett over under 60.
Kyrie? No, let's make a parlay.
Omnibozo says, Heat are so I put Giannis on their team and they went 32-50 shaking my head.
Let's do a parlay.
Og Fat Crack says, can Low win dropping 35 or less maybe?
Not doing that.
PG challenge.
I'm not doing things that are going to jeopardize my wins.
Chances Freed says,
Yeah, let's combine that with something.
23.5.
So Kyrie over. Y'all want to do Kyrie over 23.5.
Og Fat Crack says, well, that's the point of a challenge, LOL.
And Bogut over
Omnibozo
1.5
says,
blocks.
nah, do that challenge is too easy.
Too easy. I just lost dropping 50. It's not too easy. Are you paying attention? Waiters might give you 25. You are sick. Take your medicine when you get a chance, Deshaun.
Og Fat Crack says, how about 45 then?
45? I mean, that's just going to increase my assist. If Devontae's not playing, I'm not doing it. They're playing my man Devontae's minutes. I don't know why all of a sudden.
Omnibozo says, I am you not passing the ball and running the team game plan.
I could do everything.
Chances Freed
Sleep
says,
on waiters on 14.
Low over under 52.5 and Kyrie over 23.5. APJ6617
All right, let's do that.
says, what about combined points?
Combined team points? Like the score? You guys want to do score at this time?
APJ
Like players.
117
Oh,
says,
okay,
nah,
okay.
like players like Kyrie and waiters. Oak Fat Crack says, I am sticking to the PG challenge. Og Fat Crack says, let's vote on the poll.
Vote on a poll. This isn't a
Chances
democracy.
Reed says, yeah, combined score over or under 215.
Hey, Mateo, appreciate the follow, man, or the subscription. Thank you. Kyrie Jones assist. Let's do the combined. I like that. Irving plus waiters. 45? 45.5 on combined points. How does that sound? How much does Steph average? Like 11? Maybe less.
Fat Crack says, bro giving himself his own bets that how stuff gets rigged.
What do you mean? It's on defense. I didn't even choose my team. Steph's averaging 14 now. It went up recently. If I was betting on my own team, that wouldn't be fair for y'all.
Irving and waiters for 42.5 since you guarding one of them.
Okay. Or we could do Kyrie points and Bynum rebounds. I have nothing to do with Bynum at all. And I'm not guarding Kyrie for like 50% of the game. Or we could just do everything on we could just do Bynum and Bennett. That way I'm not affecting it at all. Except when I run down into chase block them. Because they got Harrison Barnes guarding Bynum on an ISO for some reason when we're down 2 points with 30 seconds left. Let's do that. Under 23.5 rebounds.
Chances Freed says Bynum and Bennett combined turnovers.
Combined turnovers? That's an interesting one. I don't know if you want to do that.
J Marsh D2 says, what you do for work?
Get buckets. Goof Troop, how you doing, bro? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do combined rebounds 20.5. 22.5.
J Marsh D2
That way
says,
I have no effect.
not a ring though.
Not yet. Bennett and
Chances
Bynum.
Freed says, did you really just say you don't know if I want to do that? I bet on cricket at 3 a.m. just to feel something. Don't test me.
I know. And that's why you got people knocking on your door asking you to turn yourself in.
APJC 610
Not for a
says,
crime,
gambling poll is
but for
live.
an addiction.
Sigurd 2K says, put your turnovers on the parlay. That shit is the easiest over I've ever seen.
Never. I don't get turnovers, dog. I don't know how many times to tell you. How did you word it so I could word it the same? Oh, okay. I like that. I'm gonna just steal exactly what you
Chances
just
Free
said.
says, it's only an addiction if you admit it.
Is that how it works?
Omnibozo says, you AVG like 5 turnovers a game.
That's a lie. Under
Chances Free
22.5.
says,
Also, if you guys are
what is
watching
final line for the
on
combined
YouTube and you guys
boards?
want to participate
23.5.
in the polls, hit up the Twitch. Same name over there. We're live right now. You guys could bet on the polls. And if you're on TikTok, you can do that right here too. So in that left corner, choose how you think it's going to go for rebounds. Are you almost in the All-Star weekend? My guy, we're almost in the playoffs. Playoffs are right around the corner. About 16 more games. Are you sure you're live right now? What does that even mean? I would hope. Let's get into this next game. And after this, I do
Shaking 28
get
has donated 4 and says sent autumn
Encore coach.
2024 times 4.
Jay, appreciate the Lightnings. Thank you. How many seasons have we played? We only played once. So what we're doing is we're playing one season of every 2K. 11 to 25. And then trying to win the championship on all of them. So we only do 1 year per 2K. We're 0-3 right now. But this is the year. Hopefully, if my team wants to show up.
Let's go Warriors.
This is the game. I'm so mad. We're on such a nice winning streak, bro.
Says, yeah, whatever.
Y'all got the unders? I see the unders, the popular answer right now.
Old Fat Crack says, being positive and rooting for the person I see as fun. Chances Street says, Bogut and Lee better start playing like prime drummer.
I pray. I don't know why Devontae played 18 minutes, bro. That blew me. Like the entire fourth quarter, it just got worse and worse because we had no inside defense. And I couldn't trust Bogut to get a bucket by himself. But let's get it going. Justin, how you doing, bro?
Fire the coach again.
I don't even know if we have a coach. This is the owner's son. Already, Bogut. Already. You got Dion over 22? No, that's not happening. Y'all saw what I just did to Jamal. He was throwing stuff at the rim with his eyes closed, trying to get points. Much love from Japan. Shout out
Three
Japan.
says, did you lose to Rondo?
No.
Og Fat Crack says, it's okay, you will win this team to victory.
There we go.
Chances Freed says, I'm the new Warriors coach. Low, I need at least 45 shots from you.
You didn't have to ask, coach. No one else on this team can get a bucket without me holding their hand to the basket. Game used to be so good with the real-time challenges. Oh yeah. I swear they make it more hard when you get one though.
Thank you, Pope Fat Crack.
Gerald Wallace.
Fat Crack says.
Kyrie for 3?
For what?
Hey! Thank you, Iggy!
APJC6 on 17 says, for being positive. Chances Freed says, all hail Pope Fat Crack.
They went 7 for 21 on threes last game.
3 says, did you fix Steven a voice or no?
Oh, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Halftime.
All welcome, God bless.
There we go. Actually, when I get benched, I'll fix it.
Easy. 3 says,
oh no,
what would
switch.
you do without me?
I'll probably live a little prosperous life. You know that meme where it says the world if something didn't happen and it's like a beautiful utopia in the future? That's probably what it'll be like without you.
What type of halftime shenanigans we got tonight?
We would go over the resumes, but Speedy's not here. Knock it down.
Have the unofficial Pope blessing to win this game.
Yippee. Good bucket. Good block. Another one. That looked like he was boxing him out while he was shooting. How do you pick your team? You got to get drafted, and only way you're leaving is off of a trade.
Og Fat Crack says, I swear the mod resumes were meant to be reviewed last Thursday.
There's a reason we didn't do it Thursday. I don't remember. Chances
Freed says, I cast the spell of torn ACL on Kyrie and Wade.
That's crazy. You keep talking like you're a wizard. I don't think that's how popes work. Green light. Bangs. Finally. Kyrie. Devontae.
Og Fat Crack says, witchcraft I sin. Chances Free says, whoa, am not the Pope. Fat Crack is. Don't you forget that.
Oh, my bad.
Og
so
Fat
you don't even
Crack
have
says,
powers.
You are given a warning, but you may be banished on the future. Sega 2K says, well, shit, I got to run with KPJ at my starting one like the Bucks will IRL next year.
Why is Bennett so far from the basket?
Jimski 2 times says, Kyrie dropping 35 game.
Oh. Cordell, just pass it up.
Chances Reed says, am only a cardinal to the Pope. I only had powers to fund wars throughout the world.
That's it. Excellence.
ABJC
Bang, now I'm making my greens.
Says, Pope Fat Crack might send you to the shadow realm. Be cautious, Chances Free.
Cookies.
Fat Crack says, stats classified info. Jimski 2 times says, so 100 men not beating one gorilla?
Yes, you only need like 30, bro.
Og Fat Crack says,
go up.
With God, all is possible. Chances Free says, I've spoken too much. Please do not cut out my tongue, Pope Fat Crack.
What role playing are y'all doing right now? Cookies, thank you. Devontae, get your bucket so they don't sub you out again. Yam on it.
You are forgiven and warned. Jimsky 2 times says, all we need is 50 Brock Lesnar's and 50
You have to be on
Angles,
PS4 to
we
play
good,
this?
gang.
No, if you have a PS5 or an Xbox One or Series X or whatever it is over there with Microsoft.
Chances
50
Free
Brock
says,
Lesnar's?
role playing. This man thinks the Pope is a joke. The blasphemy is outrageous.
This doesn't help. It's in Stephen A's voice.
Saiga 2K says, there's no way they don't think 100 humans can't beat a fucking gorilla right.
People think the gorilla got the Omnitrix or something, bro.
Says,
Gorilla's
yesterday in
still
chat, I said,
stupid.
if this chat is family friendly, then I am the Pope. And since then, everyone is role playing me as the Pope.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna role play as
Sega
an
2K
assassin
says,
and
are we serious?
pull up on
If we have
Bogut because this
100
is
boxers,
crazy.
NFL players or MMA fighters, it's raps in seconds. APJC 617 says, I just feel bad for the first 10 guys. J Marsh D2
It depends,
says,
bro. If it's not, we're not going one at
Friendly
a
fire
time. You
won't
could
be
jump this
tolerated.
thing. There is no
Jimsky
first if
2
we all
times
go in the
says,
line.
all we need is Devin Haney, we good.
There it is.
Omnibozo says, he said gorilla are stupid. Og Fat Crack says, if a group of humans can take down mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, they can handle gorillas. Easy.
Yeah,
Free
except
says, you
we
should
use
play a
weapons to
2K
do those.
and be the worst player of all time.
But yeah, it doesn't change the
Chances
fact.
Freak says, gorilla have no grappling. Gorilla will tap. The Sega 2K says, why are y'all acting like they going one-on-one, motherfucker? It's 100 versus 1. They all attacking that MF at once.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
APJC
The meme's probably changing
617
people's
says,
perspective.
well, first 3 to 4 are getting business class flights to a Michael Jackson concert.
Business
Jimsky
class.
2 times says, LOL. Og Fat Crack says, gorilla don't have grappling, but gorilla has strength to lift like 3,000 lbs.
All right, but if 4 people drop kick him at the same time, and then after that 4 more drop kick, he won't have time. And when every second there's a drop kick coming in,
says the gorilla can't.
all you gotta
grab
do is
all
go
of
for
us
his
at once.
eyes, and then
Chances
what?
Free says gorilla won't know what hit him when I put him in a heel hook. Cogsy says, ha ha. Sega 2K says, gorilla also can't survive thousands of punches and blunt
Act like y'all
force
fight
trauma at
Madara,
once.
bro. This is not how it's gonna go. 10-point lead. Let's keep it.
Og Fat
Just give
Crack
him a
says,
tranquilized
I would just
banana.
Give him a tranquilized banana.
If there's no weapons, I don't think you're allowed to bring poison items.
The Bozo says, low-key, all we need is 100 and 600-pound men and just drop them on the ape. Jimsky 2 times says, as long as we not fighting Caesar off Planet of the Apes, we good that
You got
motherfuckers can
hands.
fight. Chances Free says, I'm just sending in 100 fit users. The gorilla will OD before the third
I think
person.
that's cheating. Anyway, let's say it was a one-on-one. Bro is gonna get tired.
Bro, the only trait human has that allows us to surpass animals is intelligence, and for that we need to make.
We don't
weapons.
need weapons. We could just fight smarter than them.
APJ617 says we just need 20 Olympic shot putters and we're launching rocks.
Foul? Cut me off.
Og
I guess
Fat Crack
not.
says if humans relied on physical strength alone, we'd been extinct long ago.
Let's go 19
Chances Free
to
says,
30.
you also forget humans have the most endurance out of almost every animal.
If it was one-on-one, Gorilla will take out like 15 people and then he's gassed. He's probably gonna one-shot the first 4, but then he's gonna get tired as he goes, and it's gonna just, you know,
Og Fat Crack
exponentially
says,
get him more
facts,
tired.
We can outrun horses.
There's no situation where he beats more than 30, 40 people. And I think that's still generous. Cross court. Tony, first team all defense. Hit Clayton in the corner. I'm not Clayton. Is this Jared Jack? What's your favorite Jerk Jack? Never mind. I already know how that's gonna go. Go up, O'Neal. A bucket.
Chances Freed says, I say we just have the first guy twist the gorilla's nuts and then everyone ambushes while the gorilla is in pain.
The old dick twist. It works, man. Or someone let. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that either. Let me chill out. 32-21. Dimes. Yeah, their press is not it.
Og Fat Crack says, or we can get the gorilla mad and lead him to fall of a cliff whilst we jump to safety 300 IQ play.
Bro, what map are we on? I don't think there's gonna be just cliffs. We're gonna be on Nuketown 2025. There is no cliff. Illegal, yeah, I'm not even mad at that one.
APJ617 says, the gorilla falls on the nut twister and he sacrifices his life as the weight of the gorilla and 30 men crushes his torso. Chances Freed says, why don't we just have Simone start a fire with some sticks and we surround the gorilla in a ring of flames?
You think he's a Martian Manhunter? I don't think he's gonna be scared of what he doesn't understand. But sure.
Sega 2K says, at the trade deadline, LO, in the season after this year with no Dame, we are 20-30. But KPJ is averaging 25-5 in his first season as a starter, and AJ Green's averaging 15.
KPJ is your future.
Og Fat Crack says, poor gorilla man just want to eat his leaves in peace. And he got 100 people plotting to beat him up.
That's just life.
Byron Preble
And so
says,
is this and one, 39-23. Because they can't use guns.
Sega 2K says, gorillas don't eat leaves. Chances Freed says, ride wife, life good, wife fight back, kill wife, wife gone, gorilla sad. APG 617 says, well, Hess sending 20 people to hang out with Pop Smoke. Easy. 3 says,
Third in blocks.
I know I'm going to a Chinese restaurant. What should I get?
Get the beef and broccoli. Get the General chicken with rice. And see if it comes with an egg roll.
Og Fat Crack says, roast pork or roast duck?
Not what I said. Not an option.
Chances Free says, if man can fight bear, man can abuse gorilla.
Y'all keep saying that like you're allowed to have weapons. There's no weapons. No, a bear, you don't stand a chance without a weapon. That's a better option, blocked by Jones, than I think a gorilla.
Og Fat Crack says, my suggestions are better. You would only suggest chicken and rice. Easy. 3 says, what is an egg roll? J Dotad
You know what an egg roll is?
It come with egg roll. APJC 617 says, especially a polar bear. J Dotadeg says, it come with egg wool.
All right, I'm subbed out. What did I say I was gonna fix?
Is baby oil
Is baby oil a weapon?
Chances Freed says, have you never seen videos of people grappling
let me see
bears?
if I can fix this.
Once you got their back, they're cooked. Easy. 3 says, IDK
Until they
what
just
an
jump
egg
backwards.
roll is. All
Did I just not do
Crack
that?
says, Stephen a voice or something.
You don't know what an egg roll is?
APJ 617 says, SAS speed.
All right, let me see if I can fix it. 41 to 25.
It's called spring
we're
rolls
cooking
over
them.
this side.
Those are different. Spring rolls and egg rolls are different. All right, I'm gonna see if I could just change this number and it goes faster. Hopefully it does. Let's see if it does or not.
Dado Tadic says, Egwa. Chances Freed says, Crab Ragoon.
Nope, it's not any faster. That's as fast as we can go with Mr. Smith. But it's all good. It's all good. In-game commercials were elite. Bro, the ones on 13 were even better. During halftime, this shows you the games playing at the current moment. It shows you who's leading in those games. What other
voices they got just out of curiosity?
It's cloned. It's a cloned voice. It's not a list of voices. You basically train it on data of a voice and then it mimics it.
APJC 617 says, you telling me a crab gooned in this rag? Jado Tadic says, Chi-Town low, more like Chi-Town slow. Jado Tadic says, am I right, guys? Og Fat Crack says, damn, got him.
That was my last straw. Hurt my feelings. But now I'm gonna hurt Kyrie. Actually, let's check how close y'all are with those parlay bets.
Chances Freed says that was Law's 13th reason.
Bennett has 1. Bynum has 0. Who bet the over? Who bet the over? I got bad news for you, bro.
Sega 2K says, Dame came back at the end of the regular season. We went 36-46, and Giannis won MVP, and AJ Green won Most Improved.
Who bet the over?
In the play.
Is that Stephen A's voice? It is. I got bad news for y'all. Oh, Neil, I'm right here, dog. What you looking for? Bennett with the foul. This game is too close, though. 36-46, and Giannis won MVP. You must have got that thing on like a 6-man rotation. Cash 37-45. What's up with that Nuggets Clips game right now?
Sega 2K
How's it looking?
Says, I ran a 9-man all season.
No look to Zeller? Nasty work. 6-point game against
Chances Freed says, Siege a freak. 9-man is crazy. Now, Sega 2K says, Nuggets up 22 with 9 minutes left in the game. Omnibozo says, Nuggets blowing them out probably. Man, what Kawhi doing? I thought Kawhi was the guy. Chances Freed says, Low stage name is Chi-Town Blow.
Stage name? No, it's not. Watch out.
Jamal Murray has 32. That's what happens, D.
Jamal Murray remembered how to play basketball? That's what's up. Why am I on this bum? Why is me and Steph
Sega
on this
2K
bum?
says, and Russ got 21.
Oh, okay.
Sega 2K says, Jokic's only for 13.
Too little. Yeah, they have no paint defense.
Jordan
These
says,
were not the bigs to bet
that
on.
dunk got me D up.
You mean teed up? Blocked by Jones. You're not your brother.
Chances Freed says, Jordan, get back in Twitch now.
You gonna let him talk to you like that? Smoke. A bunch of bodies on the floor. Wardell, what you gonna do? Hit me.
Jordan says, yes, sir, I'm coming to Twitch King. Sega 2K
he stole
says,
my block.
in playing the fucking Pacers in the play-in. They just love us, bro. Oh, my goodness. Og Fat Crack says, why those two dudes taking a nap?
I don't know, man. Moving too fast. They can't
Chances
keep
Free
up.
says, I own Jordan. He sold me his soul for a used napkin and a dirty pair of drawers. Sigi 2K says, we beat Indy.
Nice. That's how you know this ain't real. Y'all beat Indy. 51-44. Let's get some stops, please.
Mariner
Banana
98
swirl.
says, chances freedom here, daddy.
There it is. It delayed my pass, but he still got the bucket. That's what I like to see. And also, if y'all enjoying what y'all watching, make sure
Chances Freed says,
don't drop the follow
good
or
one.
the subscription, because we got a lot more to play.
Jaking 28 says, this before the choke job happens.
Stop it. We're not losing to these Cavs.
Sega 2K says, and we beat Philly by 20 in the
on
second
the
leg
line.
of the play-in. We're playing 1 seed Cleveland round 1. Omnibozo says,
15 from Dion
some of y'all
already.
need mental evaluations.
A lot of y'all. Curry? Lee? Good bucket, Devontae. 55-46. 33
Mariner
points for
98
me.
says, Omnibozo who? Just curious.
Over it. Drop. There we go. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Lee, you jumped? Blocked by Bogut. Hustle by Bogut. Catch it. Steph, what
Chances Freed says, I had a mental evaluation. They told me EM too sane to be in society. You guys are the crazy ones.
Okay. Appreciate the effort though, Bogut.
APJC
Bogut does it again?
617 says, Steph sold.
Yam on him.
Sega 2K says, Low, we're going to game 7 in round 1.
Game 7 in round
Mariner
1.
98 says, probably Miguel and Speedy need the mental evals the most. The rest of us normal. Cogsy says,
Nothing normal about y'all.
Steph are scary.
17 from Waiters. Yeah, if we would have done the over, what was it, 20? 22? On Dion, that might have hit. Did he just run through the ball?
Mariner 98 says, Dion Waiters legacy game.
Y'all call anything a legacy
Sega 2K
game.
says, Diddy is coming. Watch out.
7-point game. Kyrie 3 for 8. Devontae, go to work? No. Steph is having too
Mariner
many
98
touches.
says, let a naysayer know. Chances Freed says, Diddy ain't, he only one coming. Weird Beard
What
21
are y'all
says,
talking about?
who the hell is the voice reading things?
My uncle.
Og Fat Crack says, Stephen A. Mariner 98 says, Weird Beard 21, the voice? What voice?
I'm so
Chances Freed
confused.
says, yeah, what voice, dog?
You're hearing things again. Clock in.
Mariner 98
Crawford,
says, the
the
only
fake
one talking
Crawford.
is low. Weird Beard 21
Find
says,
him. Drop
you
step?
know the voice.
You know the voice. What do you mean?
Fat Crack says, the voice in Randy's head.
Bro, think he Randy
Mariner
Orton.
98 says, Weird Beard 21, bro. I have no clue what you mean.
Devontae with the layup. Let's go.
Chances Freed says, I think you need to take a Benadryl trip to stop hearing voices. Weirdbeard21 says, damn it, gotta call my doc again.
Again? Oh, so you have a history of this. Yeah, hopefully we can get this sorted out.
Weirdbeard21 says, see if he can up my dosage.
Bennett with the foul.
Mariner98 says, the Hat Man, also known as OG
He'll just
Fat
pray for
Crack,
you.
will set you straight. Chances Free says, gotta get Weirdbeard20 one back on his lithium pills. iFishCologist says, what happened to talk to chat and my coach, bro? Og Fat Crack says,
This game is too
I
close.
shall send my Vatican specialist. APJC 617 says, yeah, gotta get back on the schizo meds again.
Cash out.
Weirdbeard21 says, trying to be like a housewife in the 50s. Mariner98
None of that,
says,
Kyrie.
Weirdbeard21, you trying to get beat?
None of
Weirdbeard21
that.
says, that's how
He
high
missed.
I need to be. Chances Freed says,
Offensive rebound from Tristan
You better
Thompson.
send the best exorcist we got to save him.
Cookies.
iFishCologist says, can I
Clayton,
say
throw
R.
the-
Kelly
ooh.
now since Hess in jail? Chances Free says, nah, them
Devontae.
50 seconds housewives were tripping on gabapentin like true Americans. Og Fat Crack says, God will save him, do not fret.
62 to 53.
Og Fat Crack says, Mariner98, weren't you made mod LOL? How'd you lose it?
55 seconds.
Mariner98 says, Chances Free need to find me a goth gabapentin girl.
Iggy, shoot the ball. Pump fake. Thank you. Excellent. Bang.
Weirdbeard21 says, first I lose power, now I'm hearing shit. Mariner98 says, Og Fat Crack am a
Man,
TikTok mod.
Tristan
LOL.
Thompson back-to-back offensive rebounds.
Chances Freed says, Low needs himself a goth girl. Og Fat Crack.
What's up, Hollywood? Yeah, I'm on Hall of Fame.
Fair enough.
Who is he guarding?
iFishCologist says, his first move was to sign Lamar Odom, who was on crack.
No one's jumping on that. Good block, Iggy. Iggy has like 7 blocks in the last 3 games. Clayton, please. Clayton, shoot the 3. Clayton. Bang. Thank you. Am I on Hall of Fame? I am. Is Zebo free
Chances
yet?
Free says, Low,
Probably
are you
not.
a dark meat or white meat
Blocked
type
by
of guy?
Jones.
Mariner98 says, Low, I know an Aztec goth girl that
It
lives in
depends.
Boise. Do you want her kicked? APJC617
That's the craziest
says,
sentence I've
Clay
ever
with the
heard,
participation
Jordan. Aztec goth girl that lives in Boise. Do you want her kicked? I haven't had a kick since like 2013.
Weirdbeard21 says, Mariner98, that is a crazy combo right there. Chances.
Oh, okay. Y'all enjoying what y'all watching? We're playing every 2K 11 to 25. So follow if y'all haven't already, because we got a lot more to play. I think we're about 15 games away from the playoffs. That's when things starts to pick up. But yeah, we're not losing this game. That's all I know. As long as we can hold this lead into the 4th, get the thing up to 20, because like 10-point game against the Cavs is kind of crazy. But let's get this going, man. Ordell, please be useful. Perfect. Catch and shoot. Bang. 48 and 6. Triple double alert. Stuff.
Chances Free
Good defense.
says, Low, blink twice if your girlfriend beats you.
Blocking foul.
Mariner 98 says, I saw them blinks.
I
We
blink
got him
once.
checked.
How many blinks if it's the other? Never mind. Throw the ball in. Wardell, hit your shooter. Yo! 70 to 57. This is a little better.
Mariner
Bogut.
98 says, I promise you, Lo, my goth Aztec girl Shalissa will treat you right.
That's a crazy
Chances
name.
Free says, search and rescue party is on the way low. We won't let her out, baby boy, anymore.
Cookies. Bro, they're playing me on my cookies. Devontae? No, that wasn't Devontae. That was Iggy. Throw me an oop. He shot that? I got bored. Pump fake. Pump fake. Should have went up on the second one. And one. This is the Devontae. I know. Ain't nothing happened to you, Bennett. Pick your head up. You'll be playing in Indonesia in no time. Cash.
Chances Free says, who remembers the game Dead Zed?
I've never heard of it. Got you right back. But he only got one foul. See, I don't understand why he did not play as much last
Mariner
game.
98 says, Anthony Bennett threw that shit to another zip code. You don't belong in the paint, lil bro. APJC 617 says, 85% field goal is crazy.
That's what hard work and dedication looks like.
Dog Fat Crack says, this is why I suggested hard challenges for bets.
Bro, did you not just see me lose? I don't win everything. Plus, I need the VC, so... And I need my average. I got history to break. Go for the triple-double.
Mariner 98 says, Lo didn't listen to the Pope. He going to hell, unfortunately.
Blocked by Jones. Get up! Too easy.
Chances Freed says, Lo will forever be in purgatory. Crack says, the losses are way too uncommon. That's bad or good, depending on perspective.
That's
Omnibozo says,
bad.
Goal for under 30 points challenge.
Because it shouldn't be ever happening. Bro, I'm not going to do under 30. One, that's going to mess up my average. And two, I can't rely on these guys. I had this exact same stat line last game, and I lost by like 12.
45 is fair, I think. Mariner 98 says, Lo will be roommates with Gortat and Chandler in purgatory. Og Fat Crack says,
Why?
it's a point guard
6
challenge.
for 6?
Og Fat Crack says,
I'm not a
gets
point
you
guard.
to
I'm a
win by
combo guard.
teammates.
That's not Devontae. I am my teammates. I'm the only person I trust around here.
Chances Freed says,
That weak layup.
Rodney Stuckey will be lost landlord in purgatory.
Why would I pay rent if I'm already in purgatory? What are they gonna do? Evict me?
Og Fat Crack says, every steam before this challenge, I'm a point guard, but get out a shooting guard. Mariner 98 says, Chances Freed, I think, head prefer
See,
hell
what
at
are y'all
that point.
complaining about? If I average
Chances
like
Freed
almost
says,
10 assists.
Yeah, they'll just evict you to hell.
58 to 22 points in the paint. Cookie! Bennett owes me like 7 cookies. There we go. Thanks for picking up his tab. Draymond, you got the oop for me? Big layup. And I got the social media challenge I didn't know existed. 44-9. One more. Oh, buying him in the post. Give me that rebound. Nope. 2 more boards. I got a lot of time. Pink.
Sega 2K says, Jamal Murray 40 ball. Og Fat Crack says
40.
in thinking either point guard challenge or blocks and steals over and under.
The over under for blocks and steals works. I'm saying that's what
Chances
the channel points are
Freak
for.
says, whoever is reading this, you're not real. None of this is. You're just a monkey tripping on wild mushrooms 5 million years ago.
Interesting. But yeah, the channel points is what's gonna like mess me up. I feel like the
Mariner 98 says, Chances Free, you can't call them monkeys anymore, bro. Chill out.
that is
Fat Crack
crazy.
says, because these over and unders are quite easy.
What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? They're quite easy. Somebody bet money on the over for the. That's what am I trying to say? If we bet on other people, it's not as easy anymore. Unless we do steals or blocks. I agree with that. I'm cool with that. On me.
Cogsy says, I lost my house doing these polls. Sega 2K says,
That's on you.
AJ Green for 3, bang, bang, bang.
Waiters? That was me. I helped too much. Draymond, shoot. Just like yesterday. Oh my
All
God.
Fat Crack says, steals and blocks over and under 10. What number y'all think?
We can do that on the next one.
Audemars says, held a message for using sex-based terms. Allow will post it to chat. Chances Free says, I just donated to a sperm bank for more gambling money. Sega 2K says, Lo, could you imagine you had a guy like AJ Green in the corner for you?
I can't. Because if he was on this team, he'll turn into what Steph Curry is right now. A slasher. That sucks.
Og Fat Crack says, can Lo hit 5 fadeaway challenge, LOL?
5 fadeaways.
Mariner 98 says, who would you rather have? Visit the glory hole, Draymond Green or Anthony Bennett?
Jordan.
Chances
This is
Free
what we
says,
do. With Stephen A's voice.
could you imagine having a guy like Bob Cousy on the hash for you?
On the hash? Doing what? Causing me to get double teamed because no one's guarding him out there? Is Bob Cousy a top 5 point guard?
Og Fat Crack says, stay off the weed. Mariner 98 says,
91-73.
Bob Cousy on the hash, just jorking it.
What does your wife think about this, Jordan? Give me that. No cookies.
Sega 2K says, season number 2 in the books, Giannis wins back-to-back MVP. We win 50 games this season. Mariner 98 says, my wife doesn't know about this, just keep it between us, okay, Lo? Thanks.
I'm gonna download this live and I'm gonna email it to her.
Og Fat Crack says,
And then just
Mariner
all
98,
your
but the Lord
highlights.
knows.
Too much space. Dang, 50 ball.
Chances Freed says, it'll always stay between us, Jordan. Mariner 98 says, Og Fat Crack, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Fix it, Felix. Who is this? I have no idea who that is. Throw the ball in. Let's cook.
Og Fat Crack says, you are
Easy
forgiven,
bucket.
but now Lo is exposing or infidelity to her wife.
That's just the right thing
Sega
to do.
2K says, Lo M not even kidding. AJ Green averaged 19, 4, and 4.
And that's what
Chances
Jared Jack
Freed
is
says,
averaging.
it's not infidelity if she secretly approves.
Secretly approves?
Mariner
If
98
it's a
says,
secret.
Lo, I got sunburned on my knees so bad they turn purple. Can you wish me to get better, Lo? Og Fat
No.
Crack says, Bishop, you men be on my side.
Rub your knees on a carpet. The video above this was you hitting the game winner after Curry didn't want to pass the ball. You see all the work I got to do around here?
Cash. Mariner 98 paid the sum of 1,100% repentance, and you will be forgiven.
Yo, who is
Mariner
this man?
98 says, Og Fat Crack Bro Martin Luther was onto some. Chances Free says, I am no Bishop Pope Fat Crack, for I am a Cardinal. Next in line for Pope one day, Cogsy says, M Geek for 2K14 playoffs. Ant says, UNC, what's up, bro?
It's around the corner. It's a long corner, but it's around it. Yeah, you missed everything. We had Drake pop up in here for a second. He dropped like 7 galaxies and dipped. What else happened? What else happened, y'all?
Says, M Geek to eat some more Datura seeds tonight.
Why am I getting compared to Rick Barry?
Who is this guy? Why I as in T Charles read in the comments. Mariner 98 says
Charles.
Yeah, Lo got real excited when Drake and his girlfriend hopped in chat.
Nah, I was always cool and collected, man.
Mariner 98 says, Chances Free, be a man and eat the whole pods. Sega 2K says, hee.
20 points lead. It's only the third.
Chances Freed says,
yo,
Low has a screenshot of the Drake video as his screensaver. Ant says, bro sounds like he has 6 teachers.
Is that not normal?
Easy. 3 says, who else did you draft onto your roster for that other vid?
Bang. The one with JG Sims? Is that what you're talking about?
Mariner 98 says, Chances Freed, you know for a fact the Drake bed vid is in his secret photos album.
That's crazy.
Ant says, him talking about 6 teachers in his one class.
No, you talking about 6 in total. You was to do with 1 teacher all day. Wondering why everybody else is walking in the hallways and you staying in the class. Y'all just hate open looks.
Chances Free says, he keeps the vid in his my eyes only for those late nights alone. Ant says,
ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You saw the full-size school bus, thought it was for the big kids. And then you was a senior in high school, still confused. Maybe the teacher take those. If we keep feeding Maurice Spates in the post, we're gonna win by 30. Let's keep it going. If I can get these 2 rebounds, that would be nice.
Barnes passed up an open shot for a Mo Spates post fade.
Twice.
Mariner 98 says, we had 2 teachers. Ant says, what is UNC Alexander the Great babbling about?
About Jared Jacks.
Hey, just because I am retarded doesn't
inability to miss
I can't steal the regular school bus.
Blocked by Jones.
Cogsy, and he made it.
Cash. How I feel about Timberwolves taking the 3-1 lead? Feel bad because of what First Take is about to talk about when they get eliminated. But other than that, Lakers are a complete team.
Says, Chances Free, stay away from the R word, please. Think that can get bro in trouble.
I have some words on my ban list, so it won't even pop up.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know.
He stole my block.
3 says, remember the voice after this game.
Douglas for 3? Thought I had a teammate I could rely on.
Ant says, Jamal
The
Murray
voice.
just dropped 40%
I can't
to take
lift
the
it
series lead
any higher,
3-2.
any louder, or any faster. I mean, but we could hopefully win this game if I don't get subbed out for a ridiculous amount of time. March 17th, we play the OKC Thunder, though.
All of the lights. Audemars says, held a message for reasons sex-based terms allow
are
them
you
posted
saying?
to chat. Chances Freed says, y'all ever had your car T-boned by a school bus full of kids? Them insurance payouts be hitting?
Payouts. Multiple?
Mariner 98 says, what were y'all doing March 17th, 2014?
That was my line. I was probably at Horner Park playing basketball. Outdoor. Who's the TTS voice now? What does it sound like? What do you think? Cross. Bounce pass.
Mariner 98 says, I was jorking it back then. Chances Freed says, all of us were.
Oh. No, we were not. My head was in a book. I was getting
Mariner
my academics
98
on.
says, Lo, you don't laugh at me anymore. It makes me sad.
Say something funny and I'll laugh. Iggy! That was not a challenge, by the way. 109 to 94. Tristan Thompson's really the only center around here that knows what they're doing.
Easy. 3-6. Kilometers 1000, Stephen A. Smith. Cogsy says, nothing funny about buying cooked by waiters.
I have 58. Nobody's even
Chances
cooked by
Freed
waiters.
says, Lowe was the king of crank back in the day.
Devontae missed? I don't even know what crank is. Okay, this is getting out of hand. Said unlike some people. I told you to guess, Kilometer. If you're a real man, your name will be Miles. I might have triggered OG Fat Crack. Lock up. I wonder how much Kyrie has, because Steph's guarding him for most of the game.
Og Fat Crack says, I am a calm and collected man. Ricky
I see.
G315 says, what's up, Low? Ricky G here enjoying the stream per usual. Sega 2K says, how is this crack so fat, bro? Mariner 98 says, hey, Unc, I'm gonna go
What's
shower
up,
me
Ricky?
right back so you can keep digging in me after I am done.
What is God
Og Fat Crack
damn?
says, Saiga 2K, those secrets are mine alone until
Irby,
death.
what's up? How far am I into the season? We got 15 more games left before the playoffs.
Ricky G305 says, how are the Warriors doing this season?
We're
Omnibozo
third.
says, what TF y'all talking about? Chances Free says, Lo, am disappointed in you for not knowing about the coveted hog crank. Easy.
What?
3 says, Stephen A. so slow, I don't know if my messages are reading.
Yeah, they
Ricky
reading.
G305 says, we coming for the first seed, right?
I'm trying. Out on me.
Sega 2K says Bucks in 7.
How did that become the joke? Thomas, I am just as confused as you. Bynum, isolation in the post. Do you know who you're going against? A bum, a cone. 12-point game.
Ricky G305 says prime Harden type of carrying Kobe.
Speaking of Harden, how do you do tonight?
Ricky G305 says job. Sega 2K says, Hollop, did he say you were digging in him?
No, he didn't. Throw the ball in.
Fat Crack says, every 30 minutes or so, someone asks WTF is everyone talking about, and the chat resets. Ricky G305 says, Harden only had 11 points.
Yeah, too influential. Harden had 11?
Sega 2K says, drink some water. Chances Freed says, WTF is everyone talking about?
I don't know. Talking about how we can't get a stop? Oh, yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone! That's a lay. I'll try to dunk some.
Ricky
What
G
happened to Andrew
305
Bynum?
says,
Ah, he sold.
Jamal Murray drops 43
He ain't on
points
nothing.
today. Chances Freed says, drink some Everclear to stay hydrated like our forefathers did. And Ricky G 305 says,
Everclear.
Jokic got a triple-double. Sega 2K
It must
says,
be a barely triple-double.
Sega 2K donated $300 through Super Chat.
That's hilarious. You think I just based the whole stream on what I can hear and not what I can see, Siege?
Chances Freed says, Jokic got himself a drying-on trip done. Ricky G 305 says, October 13th, 2012. Chances Freed says, Draymond.
Bro.
Og Fat Crack says,
There we go.
the church is taxing
Floater.
you and has taken that 300 easy.
That's
Three
not
says,
a floater.
Siege is still coping.
Taking the whole 300? Get 80 points. They're going to be yelling at me if I go for 80. But let's check the over-under on the rebounds.
Ricky G 305 says, we going for 80 points tonight.
6. They got 6 rebounds.
Cogsy says,
Bennett and Bynum.
how's the church league?
Bro, you ask
Sega 2K
every
says,
single
I
day. It
definitely
hasn't
am still
moved.
coping for sure. I am still in unbearable pain.
Devontae,
Fat Crack says,
Cook.
he fell behind on payments for the needy. Ricky G 305 says, how many games do you usually do per stream?
About 3.
Chances Freed says, the church is taking 10% of your earnings for renovations. Definitely not a new yacht for me and the Pope.
Oh, man. As long as it's not a yacht, we're good.
Ricky G 305 says, I assume this is your second game?
It is. I think. Is this game 2 or 3? Game 1 was the Clippers. This got to be game 2.
Sega 2K says, Ladiddy.
Wide open.
Oak Fat
Excellent.
Crack
I
says,
am so tired of missing greens.
2. Chances Freed says,
Cookies.
this is game 1. You're losing it again, Lo. Ricky G 305 says, did y'all
Badly.
lose to the Clippers? Og Fat Crack says, yes, he lost.
I had no help.
Sega 2K says, this is the first game.
Why Bynum built like Perk?
Og Fat Crack says, the first game hasn't even begun.
It hasn't?
Ricky G
Oh, it's like
305
that
says,
Black Mirror
did the
episode.
bum Curry sell you again?
Yes. Bro went 0 for 4 in the 4th quarter. And I still got people yelling past him the ball. Banana swirl, Devontae. I need a Devontae performance. Get my man. Could not get to the basket.
Curry carry. Chances Freed says,
Carried.
mods, ban low for Curry blasphemy.
Blasphemy has to be false. Sean with the 4 roses.
Og
WD,
Fat
what's going
Crack
on, man?
says, bet ill get on it. Ricky G 305 says, you are playing like 2023 playoffs, Jimmy.
Yeah, but every game.
Sega 2K says, who has the most Piston cups?
Yam on him. Oh my God.
Chances
Give it
Freed
to
says,
him.
I pissed in my pants.
Bang.
Og
I
Fat
forgot
Crack
the
says,
Pistons
just
cup
like Jimmy,
answer.
never won a ring.
Yet. This is the year. I told y'all. Stop doubting me. Cookies. No.
Ricky G315 says, Breaking news, I just got traded to the Miami Heat in 2K14. Ricky G3 on 5 says, I'm the new point guard for the Heat.
Real convenient, Ricky. Grow some chest on your hair and man up. Go to the Bobcats or something. Yo, can I get this one rebound?
Sege 2K says, grow some chest on your hair.
I'm crying for the lack of triple-double I have right now.
Says, breaking news, Warriors looking to release Chitownlo after an underwhelming rookie season. Ricky G305 says, I did that with my center. I got drafted by the Pelicans and then got traded to the Thunder. Omnibozo
Let's
says,
go. Almost at 80.
You didn't want to go
Y'all
to the
really want this
Bobcats.
80 ball. Look, if we can get it past half court. Oh my God, why is my eye so itchy? Throw that ball in.
Says 70-point triple-double on 73% FG. This is too easy, LOL.
This is hard. I just make it look easy.
80, you're getting invited to a Diddy party.
Block, no block
Chances
by Jones.
says,
Good rebound.
If Lowe drops 80% ill backflip off the Burj Khalifa on Facebook Live. Easy 3 says, IDK, what's slower, this voice or Kyle Anderson jumper?
Oh, cookies? Oh, he got it back.
Fat Crack says, Lowe embrace the difficulty. Ricky G305 says,
Embrace the difficulty.
I went to
What does that mean?
7-game series and came back down 3-0 in the finals. I had the absolute right to request a trade.
Turn around?
Says,
yeah, that was the best
the
shot.
hardships.
I am.
Sega
You saw that
2K
layup I
says,
just missed?
I don't know
Why
what's
is my
worse,
eye so
Lowe
itchy
in the
right now?
playoffs or the Miami Heat.
I got better in the playoffs. Triple-double, thank you. Yo, my eye is on fire right now.
Fat Crack says, it's tough, but ill say Miami Heat. Ricky G305 says, LeBron needed a new point guard and I accepted. Chances Freed says, my bad Low. I didn't mean to get it in your eye.
Bro,
Sega
what
2K
is wrong
says,
with y'all?
What you been putting in your eye?
Man, it was
Omnibozo
Jay
says,
Marsh's girl. When it was my
Peacock.
time, I'm gonna say she farted at a
Ricky
very bad
G305
time.
says, ironic since I faced the Heat in the conference finals.
And no, it's not pink eye. Like we've been streaming for like 2 hours and I just touched my eye for the first time right now. I think it's my allergies.
Sega 2K says, you an ass eater, oh hell nah, Low.
I didn't say I was doing all that. Relax.
Chances Freed says, allergies are for the weak.
And so is guarding Steph, or not Steph Curry, Kyrie, because Steph is not doing a thing. 24 from that man. How much do I have? Oh yeah.
Omnibozo
77.
says, what's wrong with eating ass?
Oh, y'all some freaks. 46 points from the midi.
Easy 3 says, triple double, let's go.
Ooh. That looked good on paper. Thank you. Steph, lock up, please.
Chances
Just once.
Freed says, grass, ass, or gas, gotta pay for that Uber somehow.
How you even
Sega
call the
2K
Uber without
said,
the money?
Low if the Bucks win tonight, it'll give 50.
Think Kyrie is scared of Steph? It must be the opposite. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no 80 ball. Look, Kyrie just eating. Thank you, Bogut. Spin move, cross the whole team. That was a terrible take. I got okay. Shot clock starting to catch up. Shakira, what's going on, bro? Steph, you almost did it.
Chances
You
Free
did
says Daniel Larson loves the chocolate-covered hot dogs at the dog park. Ruby, Ruby, Roo.
I'm tired, bro. My player's exhausted. You still haven't won a chip? Nah, David. Not yet. This is the year. Yo, can you tell Mike Brown to get off the court? They're about to send a double team.
Take a 2K says, if I beat
Steph
that
for three?
pussy up, is you gonna tell on me?
Finally. Chillin', that's what's up.
Og Fat
139,
Crack says
122.
he choked leads in the playoffs against the Bum Sun team.
The Bum Sun team.
Io?
Ooh, how my night going? It's been alright. I got these weirdos in my ear talking about glizzies for about 30 minutes. And I can't get this 80 points to save my life. Do I cherry pick?
Chances Freed says R.
Okay, Freddy Fazbear. Here we go. Damn, there you go.
I Fish Collegish says Vaughn was rich. He had money cam. Sega 2K says R.
Blocked by nobody? It don't matter. It don't matter.
Puxy says
141
why was that teammate celebrating like that LMAO?
to 125. What are you talking about, Willis? Who was celebrating? Did I miss something?
Easy. 3 says remember to change or alter the voice. Cogsy says
Yeah, I
after you
can't.
dunk. Sega 2K says 2-pack of Coke.
I'm racist against people from Antarctica. Who do you know from Antarctica?
5 says LOL. Chances Free says Low is racist against people from
I'm weird?
Antarctica.
5
Sega
points from
2K
Klay
says-
Thompson is weird.
You're weird, Low. Sega 2K says
1400, but
you're weird.
I got enough for that thing, that badge, on-court coach. But we got a cutscene. Shut up, everybody.
Ready, man?
This dude is so funny, yo. What? Ready for what?
It's decision time.
Decision time. Finally. I don't care, man.
For what?
Thai, pizza, Italian, whatever you
No,
want. Just make a
man.
decision.
It's time to choose between the big dog, Nike, and Jordan.
What?
Yeah, man. It's time to choose.
Dude, I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
I know, man. I know.
New
Thing
shoes,
is,
new
is that They both
shoes.
feel like you're ready to be one of their athletes, all right? They pushing me hard, man. They want you to decide.
For the green FNs.
Easy decision.
No, I know. That's why I'm gonna walk you through it, man. I'm gonna walk you through it, all right? So pay attention, listen real close, all right? And you decide what's best for you and your
Who pays me the best? I don't want to hear all that.
Start with Nike. What's up?
All right, Nike, okay. First thing is that Nike, they're going to give you decent money straight out the gate, okay? And you're gonna get instant
Okay.
fans, man. I mean, just from being associated with the brand, right? And they got promotional stuff for you, and you get access to all their shoes anytime you want.
Alright, you know I
Yeah.
can dig that, bro.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what's up with Jordan then?
Well, Jordan's gonna give you the most money. All right, so if it's just about the cash, then you definitely want to give them strong consideration. All right, and again, they got the promotional for you, and you get access to all their shoes. Oh, and being a Jordan athlete, I mean, that's a pretty exclusive club. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to think about that too.
Bro, honestly, I like it. I like what I'm hearing on both sides, man. So what's up? I'm just supposed to make a decision? Shoot.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. And remember, when you become a bigger star, man, you're gonna get your own signature shoe, regardless of who.
What do you mean bigger star? I'm the face.
That's what I'm talking about. You know I can't wait for that. All right, man. Let me think about this a minute. It's a tough decision.
All right. I'm gonna need y'all input on this. The people vote. I think I know what I want. But I'll let the people choose. This is going to be a 3 platform vote. There's a tie. That third platform will break it. So I'm gonna put the polls up on everything because someone will do it on me for Twitch. Just do which shoe and then Nike and Jordan as the poll. Just a regular poll. All right. Set 5 minutes on it. So we'll see what y'all think. All right, I'm pretty sure I already know which way y'all gonna vote. But let's hear it. Because personally, I like Nike. Y'all saying Uggs? Why are y'all saying Uggs? But yeah, I think Nike might be the move. Only because it's more endorsements.
We want Jordan
and whatnot.
Sega 2K says Uggs. Chances Freed says sign with Fila.
7-Elevens?
Sega 2K says sign with 7-Eleven.
What is y'all yapping about?
Omnibozo says
If that was
Crocs.
an option, I would.
Offish Kalajish says BB.
Put this poll up.
Sega 2K says sign with Anta. Chances Freed
Anta.
says sign with Shaq Brand.
Shaq's?
Ricky G305 says surprised that Adidas is not
Me
an
too.
option.
I figured it's gonna be the big 3. Somebody put the poll up on Twitch. There we go. Y'all left a gambling option on
Sega
the poll?
2K says Malta fuck the big 3. Sega 2K says it's Juice Big Me.
U, huh? Big Uggs.
Chances Free
option.
says I gambled all my money on Jordan. Sega 2K says
We'll see.
boom.
Vote in that poll, y'all. Top
Odd
left
Fat
corner
Crack says,
if you're on
if no one picks Nike,
TikTok.
no one wins money. LOL. Sega 2K says LMFAO or WTF.
Jordan's winning on every
Sega
platform.
2K says bomb.
Might run with it. Shaq's Walmart brand is the best.
Omnibozo says picnic.
Lugs built for the
Sega
street by
2K
Birdman.
says Stephen A. Trippin' Dog. Omnibozo says Nike. Chancellor Street says FFFFFF.
Sign with Fila.
Ricky G
Y'all
305 says we want Jordans.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go Jordan, man. And it's like not even super close.
Sega 2K says ZZZZZZZ.
2 minutes left in that poll. Vote if y'all haven't already, man.
Sega 2K says, is Jordan what you wanted? Omnibozo says,
Yeah,
sign with
once.
Shaq.
Does that mean you're gonna choose the other direction?
Jaking 28 says, Nike. Sega 2K says, yeah, I'm taking Nike now.
That's crazy. I mean, if you want to lose out.
Chancery says, we know Lowe wanted to sign Nike so he could have Chinese child labor produce his shoes.
I'm pretty sure the same thing applies to Jordan.
Coxie says, I'ma have to start selling my body if I'm trying to participate in these
You voted
polls.
Nike because they have better shoes to choose from?
JK28 has donated 2 and says, sent autumn 2024 times 2. Offish Kalajish says, 2012 was Iraq for the
Jay,
smooth
appreciate
moves.
the lightnings, my guy.
Sega 2K says, can you wear Kobe's in this joint? Sega 2K says,
All right,
like
I
do
think we
IRL.
have consensus.
Chances Free says, no. Jordan uses Vietnamese child labor, much higher quality.
Okay.
Sega
That's
2K.
good to know. There go Berlizzi in the game. Okay. We rocking with Jordan.
Yo, Jordan for sure. I mean, the payout sounds nice, and I just love the idea of being a Jordan brand athlete.
That's a great choice, man. I'll get the paperwork started.
All right.
Hey, from here on out, consider yourself
What if I
a
sign
winning
both?
athlete.
And they don't realize
Now
it.
down to business. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I feel you. We want to eat.
Yo, you know how many decisions I have
What are we
to make,
about to
man?
eat at?
Hey, man, look, let's just go to an Italian spot. I know a place.
Bro, look at his fit. Bro, dressing like Playboy Cardi. 53.8 points, 6.9 rebounds, 9.2 assists. We running it up. So now what? Do I just get a million VC or something?
We're about to begin our descent into the Portland area. Please prepare for landing.
Ew, Portland. We play against Dame and John from the Rack has to be an easy MVP choice this year. Has to be. Just look at what he's doing. Dude is unstoppable. Biker, baller, bro. 16. You a smart guy. You a smart guy. We got you next. It's time for us to show you how the game is really played. So I hope you're ready. Your Achilles is torn. I don't want to hear it. But whoa, when they said they have VC up front, they were not lying. 19,000 VC.
Says Dame finna drop 60. Mariner 98 says Portland land of the birthing people.
Wow.
Ricky G 305 says
I
okay,
did
mom.
not expect that, but you know I'm gonna capitalize.
3 says remember the voice.
Thank you.
Og Fat Crack says someone end
So
the
we
poll
for
so we
sure.
get free
This is
money.
honestly a very good choice.
Ricky G 305 says
To go
LOL. Easy. 3 says
Yeah.
you changed the
yes,
voice.
I did. It's Stephen A now. What do we remove? That's the hard part. Do we remove Dimer?
Fish Colleges says 2K used to treat folk just like Apple when you got a new phone.
Do I rock with Dimer?
Mariner 98 says, Lo, when am I getting Twitch mod, bud?
I don't know if you're
Sega
worthy.
2K says A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Og
All
Fat
right,
Crack
thank
says
you.
remove finisher at 2-op. Hogsy says Mariner 98, you got to put your daughter to sleep, then he will crown you mod.
Yeah. Yeah, put her to sleep.
Omnibozo says remove Dimer.
I
You
do
don't pass
pass. Y'all
anyway.
keep saying that, bro.
Chances Freed says, when am I getting Twitch mod cuh?
This
Mariner
is
98 says
expensive.
Coxie, she is sleep
Encore
cuzzo.
coach has been purchased.
Sega 2K says, now I know my ABCS next time once you sing
Bro,
with me.
shut up. I'm gonna just mute you. I'm gonna put you in timeout for 3 hours.
Og
And then
Fat
I'm the
Crack
bad
says,
guy.
what does on-court coach do?
It
Sega
should
2K says,
let me
you
run
shut
everything.
up, Lo. Sega 2K says,
It should let me run everything. A player highly respected by his teammates. When he calls for the ball, his teammates drop whatever they are doing and pass it to him immediately. You can also call plays for the team. Now, this is cool when I'm not point guard, which is like half the game. When Curry's in or Douglas is in, I could just still do that. The issue is, can I make them shoot on command? If I can make them shoot on command, then we're cool. If not, this was a waste of 10,000 VC. So yeah, that's my biggest
says,
thoughts on that.
so you
but
can
we'll see.
finally be the system. Og Fat Crack
What's wrong with you?
says, damn, everyone got muted. iFish Collegish says, finisher so you can Rex.
Oh
Spoon
my
on dude.
god, I'm not trying to hear all that. Y'all need to chill. But we still have 9,000 left. We could lock in on the posterizer, but then I really don't know what else I'm gonna have to knock off to get that.